The price that you got it locked up for.
Or remote places at.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Harwin Francois, and today's a very special guest because I got my guys Armando and Rudy with me today. And give you guys a backstory. These are two of my students who joined our program about 2 months ago. Armando actually just closed on his first deal a couple weeks ago, and he has 2 more lined up to close this month. My guy Rudy, he's well on his way to closing his first couple of deals as well. So just super excited to have my guys on the show. What's going on, Armando? How you doing, bro?
How you doing, bro?
Man, chilling, bro. So, I mean, we're going to get straight into it, guys. Talk to me. A lot of people don't talk about wholesale struggles, right? For you, what was the hardest part, especially like entering the program? What was the hardest part that people just don't talk about wholesale?
To be honest, it's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you know, you go on TikTok, you find out about this. Hey, you find the house for $150, offer 100, find the buyer at 130, whatever. It's nothing like that. You gotta worry about all your follow-ups, numbers.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a lot, bro. The
Yeah.
hardest thing for me, though, personally, I would say at first was definitely the numbers part, bro. Like, just the little formula. It took me, I would say, like 2 weeks to fully understand it and start being pinpoint accurate with my numbers. But for the most part, for me, it was the numbers for sure.
So the numbers, and that's a good point that you bring up as far as like, I mean, TikTok, they make it look sweet,
Bro,
right?
They make it seem like a get quick rich scheme.
Right,
and everything,
right.
Bro,
But like, yeah, offer somebody 100K, sell it at 130, boom, you walk away with 30K. But there's a whole back process that goes into it: titles, liens, buyers. Actually, you had a couple buyers back out on you right now on the deal we're working with you.
Yeah.
There's a big termite issue, so it's like a whole bunch of different
Bro,
miscellaneous.
everything, bro. It's just, bro, even just the follow-ups itself. Like, nobody ever told me, I'm not gonna make follow. I thought I was gonna make one phone call and make some bread, bro.
What about for you, Rudy?
I was going with the same page as what Armando was saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of things that people don't know about wholesaling. They really think this is easy, but if
Yeah.
it was easy, everybody would be doing it, you know?
Exactly.
But there's a lot of issues when it comes to, like how you guys stated, the title issues, buyers backing off.
Yeah.
And then you have to get like lawyers into this, and there's some, what people don't notice that sometimes properties are more than one owner, you know?
Yeah,
So they have to have a lot of things that
That's a
count
good point
into
that
that.
you bring. Yeah. For me, starting out, my biggest thing was consistency, right?
Consistent.
Like, I didn't know when I first got started, like, I was supposed to show up every single day. Like, this is one of those businesses where you get in exactly what you put in, right? You get out exactly what you put in. My biggest thing was, like, consistency. And consistently showing up every single day, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you ever maybe think this wasn't going to work at some point?
Honestly, bro.
Be honest.
You know, I did have that mindset at first, maybe the first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
especially joining the
The program?
Maybe, the program. Yeah. But, you know, after those 2 weeks, bro, I realized, like, you know, people are actually doing this.
Right,
you know?
right. What about for you, Rudy? Like, did you ever feel like at some point where like, man, damn, this ain't going? Because I know for me, bro, I'll be honest with you. Like, for me, I felt like, man, this shit's probably not going to work. Like, I went 3 months without closing a deal when I first got started. I was like, man, it's over with for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's over with. I mean,
well, I will say personally, I think it's I was like going into wholesaling. I thought it was like a scam, you know.
Yeah.
You see all these people making a lot of money.
Mm.
I mean, as individuals like us, we're not used to that, you know.
Right.
So obviously, like when I first looked into it, like, is it that really easy?
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of people making huge assignment fees.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all that depends on your mindset too, you know. I know this process of work. I've seen a lot of like you guys. You're like, you know, here's the wire.
Right.
All these type of proof, you know. But I feel like I know it worked. It's just it depends on us to put the effort into it.
Right.
But it's just time, like how you say, like, damn, like I've been calling the deals. Sometimes deals.
It gets frustrating.
The owners, the sellers, they don't be answering. Like, damn, how does these people be doing this?
Exactly, right.
Like, it's the consistency. Like, it's just hard work. You know, it's not easy.
Okay.
And it sometimes brings you to a point like, oh, like a low level, like a mindset, like, oh, is this not gonna work out? Like, I'm struggling, but it just got to keep going. That's part of the process, you know.
Right. So, I mean, when did things? Because I know you just closed on your first deal, Armando. It was a $10,000 assignment fee. When did things finally start to click, where it started to make sense? All right. And I'll answer that as well. For me, it was not until month 7 where I actually got a deal under contract, right? And I was like, okay, I understand what's going on. I actually found a buyer for it. The deal ended out not going through because the buyer found, it was a land deal out in Tampa. Buyer found a turtle or something like that. He was like, yeah, it's gonna cost money to like
turtle, bro?
Yeah, a turtle, bro. And it was gonna cost like $7,000 to get rid of, which was like a deal killer because I was already tight on margins.
Damn.
But like at that point, it started to click for me just because, okay, I got the first part down. I got the deal locked up on the contract. I even got the second part down. I found a buyer for it.
Buyer.
But it didn't go. It didn't end up
turtle.
going, bro. A damn turtle, bro.
That's crazy.
But like for you, when did things start to click for you and make sense?
I wouldn't say it's fully clicked, but it's definitely clicking now compared to the beginning. You know, I've only closed one deal. You know, like you said, still got 2 more closing. You know, I wouldn't say it's clicking, so I at least got 10.
Right.
But definitely for sure, like, I don't know, what would you? It's not beginners, like, you know how when you do something once,
Yeah.
and it just starts coming naturally now. So like now, you know, I'm getting on the calls. They're picking up. I'm doing my opening line.
Yeah.
And you know they're actually showing more interest now. So it is, bro. It's really like a little patience thing. It's crazy. It's like you just gotta do it for a certain time. This one feels like to me at least.
Yeah.
You do it a certain time, and then it just starts feeling like, okay, you know, you're starting to bring that. You know, they're like drawing them in more.
Yeah. Wholesale is one of those things where it's like I always tell people, like, it's a 90-day cycle where from the first time that you talk to somebody and you touch base with them, for them to actually convert and want to do a deal, that's within a 90-day cycle. But within those 90 days, you want to build that pipipeline up.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because if you only have 1 lead, 2 leads, like, there's a chance that in 90 days they're not ready to go. But if you have 10 different people who you're constantly working with, one of those are going to close within that 90 days.
Oh, for
you know
sure,
what I mean?
yeah.
What about for you, Rudy? I know you haven't closed on your first wholesale deal yet, but you're well on your way. Do you feel like things are starting to make a little bit more sense? Are they starting to click?
Yeah, I totally think everything started to click. Obviously, my boy Armando just
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
his first deal. That was like, it was just
That was like
proof of concept to me.
Proof of concept, yeah.
I mean, we grew up together. And
Yeah.
like seeing him to actually be able to close his first deal is just visualize. I
Yeah.
could do the same. We're
Exactly.
not so different. If
Right.
you could close the deal, what makes me different that I can close the deal?
I love that mindset. And Amanda, one thing that you said, bro, I like this. Even though you closed your first wholesale deal, you still don't feel like, you know, it's clicked yet, right? And I feel like that for me as well. I built a business where, I built a business where we're doing like 5-7 deals a month. It makes sense. I know how to do it, but like, and I still feel like there's new levels to this, if that makes sense.
Things you gotta still learn.
Exactly.
Situations come across.
Like, every single deal is different. Like, we're still learning things on, you know, deals that we're closing today. You know what I mean? So like, everything's like a learning process. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the deal that you closed, Armando, out in Mobile, Alabama, man. Talk to me. What was the marketing strategy that you use? I know you're, you know, inside our 0.1 wholesale percent system. What was the marketing strategy that you use, and how did you, you know, lock up that deal?
Marketing, bro. Nah, I was cold calling, bro.
Cold calling.
I was probably that day, if I'm correct, I think I was on a call session of 3 hours, bro.
Wow.
It took me 2 hours and 30 minutes to get in contact with that seller.
Yeah.
And that conversation I had, I tried building my best
Rapport.
relationship with them and everything. So, you know, that call lasted me the other 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so it was already my routine. Every day I'm doing 3 hours of calls.
Okay.
So
on that call, you talked to them for how long was that conversation?
like 30 minutes, bro.
It was a 30-minute conversation.
About everything too, bro. Like, yeah, it was a great call, bro. I got every single thing you could think of. Like, you know, bro, I found out how long they were married for and everything.
Oh, wow.
Bro. You know, I found out about their kids. You know,
that's how you build rapport, bro.
Bro, everything from ground up to of the house, everything you could think of, bro.
And do you feel like that you building that rapport with that seller? Do you think that helped you out? You know, whenever, because we did ask for an extension for one of your deals. Do you think that kind of helped you out on that initial call?
Yeah, for sure. Cause I remember, you know, doing my follows maybe on like on the they actually sent out my offer. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, but we took a risk without the pictures and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, and I told him like, look, I'm ready to pull the trigger. You know, we could work on the pictures later on. And he told me straight up, he was like, look, honestly, we've gotten these calls a millions of times. They like, I'm sorry I was like a bitch to you at first. You know, they just build up callous on me because, you know, they're not serious or whatever. But like, you're showing me you really want it, you know, and then I see that you really care about me and my family and how you want to help us out with this situation. Yeah. He told me straight up like that, so like, you know, that just showed me I really got to do this every time, and not even fake it, but like, cause I built my relationship so good with them too.
It was genuine.
Yeah, that it was genuine. I really did want to help them out.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you know, that just showed me I really got to like put an effort. It's like any other relationship, bro. Friendships, whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta put a little bit of effort into it.
Bro, it's crazy. Like the juiciest deals, bro. Yeah. And for you guys watching this, build rapport with your sellers. Like the juiciest deals come from people that. Like, it was genuine, authentic, you know, relationships that I built with them. Damn near at the end of the conversation, I know I was cold calling them when I first got started, but, like, at the end of the conversation, they're damn near my friend. Like,
yeah, they literally turned into your buddy because you're like, checking up on them
Exactly.
2 to 3 times a week.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely got to check in with them. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
one of our other students in the chat, Jeremiah, he calls it cuddling the seller, right? Just because you got the deal locked up, the deal's not finished, right? The deal's not finished. You got to make sure you're checking up on them, making sure you're giving them updates so they feel comfortable, so they don't ghost you.
Bro, I literally called them just to talk about the Super Bowl. Nothing about the house, nothing.
Yeah.
It was Super Bowl weekend. The day after I called them, like, you catch the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? We were just talking about it. Like, bro, that's it. I promise you, once we finish that conversation, hung up, bro.
Yeah. And the crazy part about that is that's a real relationship that you built now.
Yeah.
All right, because they own a lot of properties out in Alabama. So imagine whenever they have like 20 other properties, I think, right?
So yeah, something like that.
Exactly. Imagine whenever they go sell that house.
Yeah, no, they told me straight up. They're like, hey, whenever we need something, we seen how fast you guys, how smooth everything is.
Yeah.
We're coming right back to you. So expect us soon.
Yeah. Well, what about for you, Rudy? Like, how do you feel talking to these sellers and building that rapport has helped you, or?
Yeah, for sure, it has really helped because I feel like the relationship that you have with a seller, you get the trust from them, and they trust you. And I feel like once they have that trust with you, they're willing to like risk it to move to the next step.
Exactly.
It's because if you don't build that rapport and that trust, you don't know if it's a scam to them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly.
As to they're putting themselves in your shoes. As well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, imagine if someone's calling y'all boys. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not really selling my house to a random person who just calls me. Yo, like, if you think about wholesaling as a whole, bro, like,
it's crazy.
It's a crazy concept, bro. Like, dude, Mobile, Alabama. We're out here in Vegas. I don't know if you guys can see. We're out here in Vegas, right? This is where Armando lives, Rudy lives. And he's doing 3 deals with them in Mobile, Alabama. Never met the person in their lives,
I've never been to Alabama. The closest I've been to Alabama was Tennessee, bro.
Yeah.
never stepped a foot in Alabama, bro.
No, that's a crazy concept, bro. But like, and this is why I say anybody can come into this business, right?
Yeah.
Although your first deal was hard, it's only gonna get each deal is gonna get easier from here on. Like, anybody can come into this business and make millions of dollars, right? But I say this to say you have to have the right systems, right?
Definitely.
If you're just willy-nilly, just calling people whenever you feel like it, like it's not gonna work. You gotta have a cadence. You gotta have the right systems in order for this to work, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so moving forward with the deal that you have, that you closed, actually. So you got the deal locked up. What was the price that you got it locked up for?
Our agreement price was at 40.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000. Okay, and then so you got a $10,000 assignment fee. So obviously you sold it for 50,000.
Yeah.
So what did that disposition process look like for you?
Smooth as butter, bro. I don't even know what happened.
Really?
You took care of it.
Okay.
The best thing about that though is because since you guys were able to take care of that, I didn't have to worry about anything else. You know what I was doing the whole time, bro?
What was that?
I was making phone calls looking for my next deal, bro.
Exactly.
I was touching bases with all my other follow-ups. Bro, so much free time, I didn't have to worry about nothing.
So a lot of things, like, people don't know, but in our mentorship, in our program, whenever somebody gets the deal locked up on a contract, we're going to go ahead and actually get the deal sold for them. Just because we got the right systems, we got the right cadences to do so. And most importantly, we want you guys to just focus on garnering leads, right? Because the hardest thing for me was every time, like when I first got started, I would get a deal locked up on the contract, and then I would have to go sell the deal. Meaning, my acquisition side, like that was dead until I got the deal sold, right? So for you, your business can keep pumping. You just keep adding leads every single day.
That was one of the best things about it, bro. I kept on growing little by little.
Mm-hmm. So what can you say that you learned from doing that first deal?
Honestly, it was everything, because I would say the biggest thing I learned though was, just pulling the trigger without getting those photos.
Yeah.
You could always go in there, renegotiate, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember me and Rudy were talking about this on the side. We're like, bro, like the numbers make sense.
Right.
But what if it's like so bad that we need to come down like $25,000 because of the property, Right. And like I remember he was telling me, bro, just pull the trigger. But I was being a bitch, bro. So I remember that's when I brought it up to you and Randy, and you guys were like, bro, just pull the trigger. So I think that was the main thing, just taking a little risk,
Yeah.
And I think that's something you should consider, because you could always go at the back end after you go lock it up.
Yeah.
Try to negotiate a lower price.
Exactly, right. So like my thing is there even a risk? You know what I mean? What do you have to lose? You giving them
that's a good point.
Yeah,
it's not even a risk.
Like, because like even if I
go
exactly and we don't promote like what you call it, like bad wholesaling, but like this is exactly why we have a due diligence period.
Yeah.
Right? Because even if I don't have the pictures and everything that I need, I'll worry about all that on the back end. I'd rather you just go ahead and make the offer, get the deal locked up on the contract. And then, like, you know, for us, we sent people out for you guys to take pictures to see exactly what it was looking like. So, let's be real. There's no risk to getting the deal locked up on the contract, right? If you can't find your buyer within 5 days, hey, give them a call. Hey, you give them the feedback that your buyers are giving you and tell them, you know, this deal probably is not going to work out for us, right?
Yeah.
So there's really no risk in it, but that's a great point that you made, though, man.
Yeah, so definitely any new wholesalers, if the numbers make sense, you got no pictures, just pull the trigger.
Exactly.
You won't regret it. And if it don't make sense, you can always back out.
Now let's talk about the mindset. All right, because like one of the biggest things to me is forget about, you know, acquisitions, forget about dispositions. Like I think it's super important, like having the correct mindset. Coming into the wholesale, like if you're new, coming into wholesale, knowing that, okay, I'm in here for the long run. I'm not about to get rich, you know, tomorrow. Talk about the mindset, you know, that's kind of changed for you in wholesaling.
I wouldn't say you gotta be tough.
Yeah.
But you just gotta be, you just gotta hold yourself firm because. You know, you're gonna get a lot of fuck yous. You're gonna get cussed out a lot of times.
That's part of the game.
You know, there's gonna be you're gonna have some heartbreaks. Like Harwin mentioned. You know, I think I had about like 2-something deals.
Yeah, I remember you had a juicy one that you was gonna close like $14,000 on.
Yeah, and this shit just happens once you're about to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of things. You just gotta honestly just toughen up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a lot of heartbreaks. You know, a lot of people just cussing you out all the time. But you know, you just on to the next.
Right. What about you for you, Rudy?
I'll say you just gotta lose the fear, bro.
Yeah.
You just gotta lose it, cause I mean, if you go into the phone calls, you're gonna get cussed out. You don't even know what's behind the phone. You know.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a lot of feedback.
Right.
Like that you don't want to, but you can't let that. What they're telling you bring you down, you know. There's a lot of up and downs in wholesaling, bro. But there's one phone call that was gonna make you a good as assignment fee.
Right. For me, one of the biggest things was not getting too emotionally attached.
Yeah, no, just you know what? They're not interested. Next.
Right.
Hop on the phone. That could be your next contract.
Yeah, you know? and guys, he's pulling up a text message, and this is like regular. This
not
is
even
another
a text
day.
message, bro, like an actual phone call.
That was a voicemail.
A phone call, bro.
A phone call.
Phone call is me straight up cold calling. They're like, you know what? Fuck you, bro. One of them was going like, you're probably in a taboo out in India, and you're trying to call me in America. Fuck you.
Because you know why? He's probably getting a whole bunch of VAs calling them from Egypt or something. Nah, but like not getting emotionally attached to any single deal just because, like, bro.
It's because like how you said it before. Deals go fall off, bro.
Yeah.
And like just because of that reason doesn't mean you have to go.
Go ahead. This is another day for a wholesaler, by the way. This is somebody who just.
By the way, these 12 about a show happened in the same day. I would say within like an hour 30 span. Let me just. They're like 40-second conversations. So I would just skip to the part where they're like, cussing me out, and I ain't gonna lie. Like I low key fit into it. I told them I'm like, you know what?
Sometimes you be in the heat of the moment.
Be real. If you're cold calling, a lot of the times, you know. You're not going to get a lot of pickups, or they're going to pick up on you right away. So if you're getting a conversation, hey, enjoy it.
Yeah, right. Make the most of it, good or bad, bro.
It don't make no motherfucking difference, motherfucker. Did I tell you it was for sale? What is it, like a 3-2 maybe? 3-1? 3.5? It's the same size as your mammy got, bitch. I think she got like a 4. Listen, did I...
Hey, yo. My guy said, nah, I think she has a 4. Well, I'd have did the same, bro. I'd have fed it. Because sometimes you be in the heat of the moment, bro. So you're like, nah, let's have some fun, bro. Oh, man, no, that's funny, bro. Like, that's beautiful, bro. Like, that's you know what I mean? Like, that's the beautiful part of wholesaling.
It's poetry in motion, but it's part of the process.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I wouldn't say it's a daily thing, but you're going to come across it a lot. So
For sure.
like my boy said right here, you definitely got to, lose the fear of talking on the phone, bro. Because you're going to come across things like this a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't be, like, if you're in wholesaling, like, you got to be tough. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you don't even got to be tough. They're cussing you out through a phone. It's not like they're cussing you out in person. You know what I mean? So, it's really nothing. It's really nothing, man. All right, now, so I know you guys been doing wholesale for about 5 months now. I mean, tell the viewers who are listening, people who are scrolling through TikTok, they're seeing people make $30,000 on, a deal in 20 days. What advice, like realistic advice, can you give a new wholesaler who's wanting to come into the wholesale industry today?
Don't ever set your expectations too high. Wholesaling will work if you put your head down. You just keep yourself grounded. Show up every day for yourself. Like Harwood said, plenty of times in other videos, what you put in is what you'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Just stay grounded. They will come to you. All these other gurus, I've met other fake gurus, not necessarily fake, but a lot of, you know, it's not a. If we're being real, it's not a 100% truthful community sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't come in here expecting $40,000 in 2 days. It won't happen. I'm not saying it's impossible. You won't. There will be a deal one day where you are making $30,000, but it's not something you come across every day, every deal. But there is money to be made.
So just pretty much setting the expectation, saying you're coming in with the right expectations from day one.
Like I said, you know.
Yeah.
You could do it, but.
Well, what about for you, Rudy? What advice can you give to a new wholesaler who's coming into the business?
My advice I would give to some new wholesalers for sure, like if you're starting from scratch, I say seek some mentorship, bro.
Yeah.
Mentorship will hella help you, bro. I mean, you told me about your experience, right?
Yeah.
You say like your first time closing your deal, you lost a lot of money due to lack of experience and lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And I say for sure, like I say get on some mentorship for sure, and then some advice for like motivation. I say just don't give up, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be tough. There's gonna be up and downs, but you just gotta put your head up, you know.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Lose the fear.
Yeah.
There's always a better, like I'll say, stay consistency. Have the consistent. And
yeah, I like that you said that, bro, because mentorship, it is gonna, I mean, you can do it by yourself, but mentorship is gonna shorten that learning gap, that learning curve. But for me, some advice I'd give to you guys is come in with the right expectations. Come in with the right expectations and just close your first deal, okay? Even if you don't want to continue with wholesaling, since you already started, you're interested in it, come in, close your first deal. After that, decide, is this something that I want to keep going, keep doing, all right? Close your first deal, at least solidify the proof of concept, and then decide what you want to do from there. Because the wholesaling space has completely changed my life, because I was someone who thought I was going to go play in the NBA, right? After my college basketball experience, I didn't know which way to go, and like wholesaling kind of gave me a whole new career path and set me up to money that I didn't ever think was possible for real.
For sure.
Come in with the right expectations and close your first deal. But other than that, man, it's been a pleasure, Armando. Got my guy Rudy, bro. It's been a pleasure, man. Guys, if you guys have not yet, please make sure to share, like, and subscribe to this YouTube video, man. I got a lot of fire game coming on the way.
Free sauce.
Free sauce, baby. Solid.